Welcome back. Kevin's Mobile Repair. Got 2018 Jeep Wrangler doing a water pump. I'm going to give you the best overview I can with the tight space that we have. First of all, you're going to take off your air filter housing right here to gain access to all the cool stuff underneath. Now, this alternator will come out. One word of advice: you do disconnect your positive, but you will also have to disconnect your auxiliary battery. Otherwise you'll still have a little bit of juice on here, or you can just wrap this up and get it out of the way, so that way it won't have any issues in case it touches something on the side. So that is my word of advice. All right, so this little air pump is going to come out. 13 here. Disconnect this connector. I took out this whole air line so this air line wasn't in the way. It disconnects from right here, disconnects right here from the throttle body. This little clip right here is going to clip out all the way. It's going to pop out, and then you can worm the whole thing up and out of the way. Just get it out of the way, because all this stuff right here is going to be in the way. Once that is out of the way, then you can get to your hole right there for the tensioner. This is a hydraulically loaded tensioner. This will not be something that you can just manhandle and push down. If you see my other video for doing this alternator, because I've done this alternator, 1/2 inch breaker bar with about a 3-inch extension. Once this pump is out of the way, you can get to it right there. I just get down here on some leverage, just lean on it, let the fluid back itself all the way out, and you can slip the belt off. Do the same way for going back in. Just do it real slow so that it goes down and releases all the pressure from inside. Then you can slip the belt off. Taking the alternator out, 15 here, 13 here, 15, 13 connector, and your power supply with a 13 right there. Take the alternator up and out of the way, because you'll need to get to it to get to that pulley right there. And the water pump is all back behind there. The bracket for the alternator assembly will need to come out. That is going to be a 16 and a 13. And we'll also have a pulley on there. You can see it right there. That pulley is where the belt rides on. So if you're trying to put the belt on before all of this stuff goes on, you'll see, oh shit, where's the hell the other pulley? It's on the bracket. Once that is out of the way, then it's a pretty standard water pump assembly. You got one 13 that you can't see. It's back around the corner over here on this side, and then the rest of them are 10s. Take off your hose clamp on the bottom. Take off your hose clamp right there for the, what is that? The reservoir side. Let the coolant drain out, and then all the 10s and everything going back off. You don't have to, but I do. I put a little bit of RTV on the gasket just because there's no lineup pin for the gasket. See, here's going to be your 13, and then all the rest of these are just 10s. That one's going to be kind of sneaky to get to. You're going to need an extension and in order to get to that piece, but that's not that big of an issue. But what I do is I put a little bit of RTV. Oh, you see where it's leaking right there. A little RTV on both sides, because this does not have any lineup pin to keep it there, so it kind of wobbles around everywhere when you try and put it on. So the RTV makes it sticks in place. You can put a bolt through here, but that gasket will still walk around a little bit. Mental note: if you did not pay attention to how this one comes off, this has a baffle that sticks up that goes towards the block. You see it right there. If you put it on the other way, it won't work well. Other than that, going back together, just take your time. Right now I've got coolant in there. I'm going to put the air filter housing assembly back on, fire it up, let it run for a little bit, and burp out my air bubbles. That is about it. Be careful, they are aluminum bolts and aluminum block. You do not want to over tighten them and snap it off inside, so just be careful of that. Other than that, any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know.